Paul James Compound. In the heart of Wudi, Enugu State, Nigeria, stood a peculiar yard, infamous for its dark history and unexplained occurrences. The yard, aptly named Paul James Compound, was home to several tenants, each with their own story to tell. Despite the eerie reputation, the yard's strategic location and affordable rent made it an attractive option for many. The compound consisted of 4 buildings, each with multiple apartments. The tenants were a mix of students, traders, and civil servants, all trying to make ends meet in the bustling city. At first, life in the yard seemed normal. Tenants would go about their daily routines, greeting each other with warm smiles and friendly hellos. However, as time passed, strange happenings began to plague the residents. Doors would slam shut on their own, and the sound of footsteps echoed in the corridors at night. Some tenants reported finding strange symbols etched into the walls, while others would wake up to find their belongings rearranged. The yard's history was shrouded in mystery, but it was said that the land belonged to a powerful traditional priest named Paul James, who had performed dark rituals to appease malevolent spirits. One tenant, a young woman named Martha, began to experience terrifying occurrences. She would find her doors and windows open, despite locking them securely the night before. She started to notice strange noises, like whispers and moans, coming from the walls. Martha tried to brush it off as mere paranoia, but the events escalated. One night, she woke up to find a shadowy figure standing in her room, watching her. Martha fled the yard, leaving behind her belongings. The other tenants were shocked and frightened by her departure. As they shared their own experiences, a pattern emerged. Each tenant had encountered something inexplicable, and the events seemed to be intensifying. A brave tenant, Alex, decided to investigate the yard's history. He discovered that Paul James had made a pact with a malevolent entity, trading the yard's inhabitants for wealth and power. The entity, known as Oshimiri, was said to feed on human fear and suffering. Alex realized that the yard was a portal to the spirit world, and the tenants were unwitting sacrifices. As the tenants learned about the yard's dark past, they began to experience more intense and terrifying events. Objects would move on their own, and disembodied voices would scream in the night. The tenants were trapped in a living nightmare, and they didn't know how to escape. One stormy night, the tenants gathered in the yard, determined to confront the malevolent force. They lit candles, held hands, and prayed fervently, seeking protection from the spirits. As they prayed, the wind howled, and the rain pounded against the buildings. Suddenly, the lights flickered, and the tenants felt an icy presence surround them. Oshimiri manifested, her presence marked by an unearthly stench and an aura of dread. The tenants froze in terror, unable to move or speak. The entity began to claim its sacrifices, one by one, dragging them into the darkness. The tenants were consumed by an otherworldly force, never to be seen again. The yard was left abandoned, its reputation forever tarnished. People whispered about Paul James Compound, a place where the living were preyed upon by malevolent spirits. The story of the cursed yard served as a cautionary tale, reminding people of the dangers of meddling with dark forces and the importance of respecting the spiritual realm. Years later, brave explorers would venture into the abandoned yard, seeking thrills and chills. They would report hearing whispers and screams, and some would even claim to have seen the ghostly apparitions of the tenants who had vanished. Paul James Compound remained a place of dark legend, a testament to the horrors that lurked in the shadows, waiting to strike.